Yeah, I mean, the first thing I was like, well, how can we, like we talked about before, I started educating myself, and I've been bringing in new leaders and people who have worked in bigger companies, and I was just like, help me make sure like this kind of stuff doesn't happen, and educate me on these kinds of things. Like, again, like this company is growing so fast. Like I keep saying the number 400 just so people realize this isn't just 10 employees making YouTube videos like it was for me 5 years ago. And so my first instinct was just like, educate me. Who do I bring in? How do we solve these things? And like I said before, it dials down to two things: making sure you're not fostering it, and then when it does happen, making sure you respond appropriately, and just like trying to learn everything I can in those two areas, and just find the best people in the world in those two areas to just review everything and make sure we're doing it correctly.
Dude, people were fired. How many people disciplined, fired? Was it more? Like, how did that feel, knowing that there was like an amount of people that had to be disciplined, terminated, whatever, as a result of an investigation? It's kind of things just happening basically under your nose, due to a lack of business acumen or care or whatever word you would want to use.
Yeah.
How did it feel?
Well, I mean, like, I haven't even met all the people that work for me, because it's so big, and we have people all around the world and things like that. Just for context, I don't want people to think like, oh, these are people I'm just working with every single day and I'm just oblivious. But yeah, I mean, it just felt like I need to improve. I need to learn more, and just I want to fix these things, So, I mean, it doesn't feel good.
There you go. That's what I was looking for.
I'm a problem solver. When there's problems, like my default reaction, like instinct, is how do we solve it? And that's what we've been obsessing over, and I feel like we've made a lot of progress, to be honest.
Cool. Are you going to sue Dogpack?
Well, there's tons of examples of him intentionally manipulating things to not be true and posting it online. Tons and tons and tons of that. Soggy has basically an hour and 27-minute video, and an hour of it is just flat out proving manipulation and lies, and caused a lot of harm to my businesses. I mean, I've literally had people pull out millions of dollars and then tell me it was directly because of his video. And don't worry, I instantly was like, can you send that in writing, so if I win a case or anything, I can directly point damages. No reason why. And so, I mean, it's just unfortunate. Like, I don't want to be put in this situation, but probably gonna have to. I mean, it's just. I mean, what do you do if someone's just spreading misinformation about you and just causing harm to your business, and like getting it to the point where you might have to potentially fire people because it's costing so much revenue? It's like, it's not fair to the people in my companies. You know what I mean? It's just sad. It's not a thing I take joy in, but
right.
Yeah.
So. Okay. So. Yes.
They're not done drafting it up, but once they're done, more than likely, yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, that's,
every law firm I've talked to, they're like, this would be the easiest win they've ever seen in their life. I mean, it's like crazy. I had one tell me, like, you could chop up all the evidence into like sue 3 separate times and win all 3 cases because you'd have enough for each. Like, one person I was talking to who's won like 67 out of his last 70 cases, and he's like, this would be literally the easiest case I've ever done. Like, it's because there's just so much blatant, misinformation and lies spread. Like, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, just go watch Soggy's video. Go look at his Twitter where he's redacted multiple ones of it. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to be in this position.
Now, what do you think? Do you think that there could be any sense of regret from that? I mean, optically, once again, there's a lot of things working against you on a constant basis because you're the biggest person in the world on YouTube and social media, and you just cram down people's throats. Algorithmically, like if you decide to sue this man, even if he deserves it or not, which is like obviously up to you.
Well, I just want the slander and disinformation to stop. That would be the bigger reason. But you're saying, when am I worried about how that would affect me PR-wise?
Yeah, just like, what do you think?
I mean, right now I'm getting canceled because I'm not suing him, because they're saying, well, Jimmy's not suing him, therefore there was truth, or Jimmy would be suing him. So at this point, I'm so big, it's kind of, most scenarios are like, either way, like, there's a vast negative for me. People are like, well, he's not going to sue him because he's worried about discovery. No, I don't give a fuck. I mean, why do I care? I'm here. This is discovery. You know what I mean? And that they just, no matter what I do at this point, like there's just a large group of people that are just gonna be unhappy, and that's just like a reality I have to be okay with, to be honest. As long as I agree with what I'm doing and I believe in what I'm doing, I mean that's all I really can do at this point.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people, you know, it's probably a minority. Well, it's definitely a minority of people just in general who actually care about this type of shit. But like, you know, the silencing critics, for example, something very similar has happened. Well, not that similar, but something is happening to CoffeeZilla, who we'll talk about here in a minute as well. He's being sued, and that just, you know, to someone like me, I care about like rationality and understanding and people being big and, you know, communicating.
100%. And I would just say, go watch the Sagi video.
Yeah.
Look at all the blatant manipulation
yeah.
and lies. And this isn't me trying to silence them. This is me trying to like.
Yeah,
this is like borderline. I owe it to my employees. It's like I can't look at someone in the eyes and go, "Sorry, you're getting laid off because he decided to keep spreading misinformation about us." You know, go complain to.
Yeah, I understand. It's